everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and today I want to show you how to build a gauge for your item storage. Sometimes in Minecraft you have bulk storage. You have a chest, a dropper, hopper, something like that that is holding items, and you want to be able to know how many items are in there. Maybe it's an output from a farm or some kind of storage area for building blocks. But you never can tell how much stuff is in there unless you look inside the chest or the object. I wanted to come up with a way for my potion factory where I could quickly look and see a giant gauge that would tell me how much of each ingredient I had for my farm or for my potion factory. So here we go. This is it. The circuitry is not that bad. It's quite compact, I must say. And right here is going to be our storage device. I am using a dropper, but you can use a chest, a double chest, a hopper, a dispenser, something that will hold items and that will read an output on a comparator for said storage of items. But here's how this works. We're going to look in here. I'm going to place one block, just like that. Now this is a stackable block, which means this one block can have 64 items or multiple items in a slot. Something like a bottle is not stackable. See how I can only put one bottle there? Just like that. But this system will work for both stackable and non-stackable items, which is so cool. So right now we can see that we are dangerously low. We are in the red zone. We only have one block left. There is not much left in this system. But likewise, let's go ahead and do this. Let's fill this system up to the brim, completely full of items. And look. It's at the green. It's completely full. Now what's really cool is, like I said, if this has one item left, it'll still show red. Let's go ahead and do this, where we're going to put all but one item and come over here. This system is not full. The green only shows up when it is completely full of items, and it shows up white or no reading when it is absolutely empty, which is awesome. Now let's go ahead and take all these out of here. I'll put these water bottles in here just to show you what happens. We're one bottle short. It's still reading one item short. It's slightly empty. It's completely full, almost. Now it's completely full. Let's come over here and look at that. See how that gauge works? That is awesome. And this thing is really easy to build. So speaking of building, let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do is build the front, the colored part of the gauge, and we're going to go ahead and add the pistons. These are just going to be regular pistons, not sticky pistons, which is nice, and it makes it a little bit easier to build. But the front gauge, what we're going to do, and I'm doing this just for a border, you can do whichever colors you want. You can do whichever colors you want for the gauge, but I do advise that the reading of 0 in this border be the same color, or at least the same color throughout. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to, on our left side of the gauge, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks like that. And then I'm going to build a little border right here for the gauge. And come all the way up to the top like this, one block over, and then come out down here and bring that up just like that. Now I'm using concrete blocks, but like I said, you can use any kind of colored block that you want. So that is going to be our front, just like that. Now from this back side, what we're going to do is starting right here in line with this first opening on this outer edge, we're going to put a regular piston pointing this way. And let's just go ahead and stack up. We're going to do 10 pistons along this side, just like that. Go ahead and stop at that point. And right here, we'll do the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Counting to 10 with Piggy. Okay, now we can see right here that the colored blocks are on the right and the white blocks are on the left. So what you want to do is on this left-hand side, when you're wanting your gauge to read completely empty, whichever blocks or color you're using, put those on the left-hand side like that. Now when this system reads an input from right here, 2 pistons move at a time. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 of the same color right here like this. Now I like to go with the red to orange, yellow, light green to dark green because it looks like it's a slight grade. It's changing in grade and each color next to it kind of somewhat fits. But that is how we're going to build that part of this system. So starting on the left hand side, 1, 2, on the second piston up right here, we're going to put a block. another block, and we're just going to do this, skipping every other, going all the way up to the top. Now on this side, we're going to do it right here over the piston, but also skipping every other, and come back down like this. There we go. Now on top of these blocks, let's go ahead and put drops of redstone dust. And on the left-hand side, we're going to put redstone torches. That's going to go ahead and activate those pistons. Now from right here, not at this level, but one below, so that it makes a U shape like that, let's go ahead and put 2 half slabs. Now don't build all the way up yet. We have to build this in layers so that we can access the repeaters we're going to put in. Otherwise, you'll kind of block yourself in and you won't be able to build it. So we're going to get a shape going like this. Let's go ahead and put 2 pieces of redstone dust there, one right there, one right there. We'll build this out like that and add a piece of dust right there. Now right here, we're going to put a redstone comparator. This is going to be on level 1 only, and this is reading the output of whatever storage device you have. I'm using a dropper, but you can use chests, hoppers, anything that stores items you can put up against this spot right here. So from right here, we're going to put a repeater pointing towards the gauge that's going to be set at just its regular setting. We're going to put one pointing off to the right of the back of the gauge, and we're going to click it twice. So go 1, 2, just like that. And then from right here, we're going to point this way, and we're going to click it 1 time, just like that. Now the second layer, we're going to build very similar to the first, but we're going to exclude the part where we had the comparator. So we'll put a spot like this, but we're not going to have a slab coming out here. So let's put some dust here, 2 here, and 1 there, and then we'll repeat. A repeater here. Repeat the repeater. We'll put a repeater there with 2, and we'll put a repeater pointed this way with 1. Now be very patient in building this part, because if you get this timing wrong, it will mess up the system, and you'll have to go through and debug and figure out which repeater was not repeating the way it should have repeated its repeating signal. Yeah. So we're just going to do this. We'll do like that. Let's go ahead and put one more spot here, and let's put in our repeaters. 1, 2, 1. I guess that's 0, not 1, right? So from this level, we can see that we have a little bit of a jut that comes out the back right here. So we're going to get to that in just a second. Let's go ahead and build this spot right here. We'll bring this out like this. Let's go ahead and bring our little side right here. 2 more, 1 and 2. 1 or 0, 2, and 1, just like that. And now let's go ahead and get some solid blocks coming off the side. This is going to help us stair step all the way up, just like that, these little half slabs. And this lets us diagonally send a signal up the system. So not level at this spot, but right here, put a half slab, and then a third half slab, just like that. And we can go ahead and get rid of this. Going up this way, you want to put 3 pieces of redstone dust like that. And as you can see right here, it goes out too. Now to help us build this, we're not going to put anything here yet. Let's put a solid block, a half slab, a solid block, a half slab, and now we can see that it's in line with this spot right here. Now let's go ahead and run redstone dust up like that. So this last level, what we're going to do is almost identical to the rest, but we're going to exclude one piece. We're going to exclude this little side piece. So let's go ahead and get some redstone dust. We're going to put a piece here, and 2 right here. Let's put a repeater pointed this way. That with 2 clicks. That with 1 click. And then from right here, let's extend this out until we're in line with this spot, just like that. And that is how to build my item gauge for storage systems in Minecraft. Now, like I said, I've used this system in my own Let's Play world for my potion factory, which shows me how much of each ingredient I have. And in this series, I invite you, the audience, to build along with me and then tweet me pictures of it. If you find somewhere cool for this gauge in your world, build it and then tweet it and show it to me. I would love to see how you use this design. But if you learned something new about Minecraft, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want to see more of these tutorials and more shows as I release them, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and keep on building.